Right then, we're back out. Just heading to my chosen mark, which is the Marina on Hull. I'll show you. The Minerva pub. Absolutely beautiful pub that. All dressed up for Christmas. We're heading this way. Cars parked over there. That's the Hoss Wash. And then the Minerva. Absolutely beautiful. Minerva. So, walk this way. Past. That's a great place for food. And it's got a great selection of beers as well. Towards Minerva Terrace. There's my gear. That's the Marina. And if you come in here, as you can see, it's easy access.
I knew him for
Easy access all the way in. What I would say is just here there is a gate, and on a big tide they sometimes shut that, close this off. So if you do happen to have any sort of mobility issues or not so good on your legs climbing, which I'm not, but it's a very small tide tonight, you may get stuck. You might get stuck in here. Other than that, it's flat, paved. So, seafaring tribute here. You'll have seen this before on previous videos. Men and women of the Merchant Navy who gave their lives for the freedom of others. Many lay in foreign lands. For the most they have no grave but the sea. Naval Memorial. So there's Minerva. Here's the memorial, and over there is the Deep. Further that way you've got King George Dock, where I have just been. I just went to King George Dock, knowing it's coming to low water. Still, the water's still going out. Actually, it's on the ebb still. Low water's at about 20 past, half past 5. Thought I'd chance my arm there. I wouldn't have even hit the water from that car park. If I'd have gone across the lock gate, and walked a fair trek, then yeah, it's deep water all the time because it's dredged for the ferries and what have you. But they also open them lock gates occasionally towards high water, and I didn't want to get stuck on the other side of it, so I elected not to go there. Took a drive further west, a couple of miles from King George Dock to here, past Victoria Dock, where the Cod Corner is. Well, I've never fished there because I don't know where Cod Corner is, other than that it's that way on Vicky Dock somewhere. And I've come here. I don't know if you'll see it. Yeah, you can see it just. There is water in front of us. It's very still. So there is water. As to its depth is another matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there under that light. It's a handy little sort of, well, it's a seating area, but like a little table, preparing bait and what have you. And I'll get a rod set up. I'm only fishing with one. Just got a rod set up, squid, black, fire it out, usual stuff, pulley pennel, and see if I can get into anything. I'm only going to be here a couple of hours. I've said that many times, and I'll still be right at water probably. But our water's not till, it's about 11:30 tonight. It's now about 5 PM tea time, so I'm only going to fish till, I don't know, 7, 8 maybe. See what I can get. There's been cod and haddock coming out. As you know, I want an haddock. Definitely like a cod. But if it's a whiting, who cares? It's a fish. See what I can do. So I'll be back in a bit. Peace. Right, so there's my first bait going out. Some blooded red squid from Mark Tom, Quids in Bait and Tackle. There's a 2 BMX, and if I can find it, there you go, 2 Sakuma Circle. It's only a little finger size bait, probably small, it's not a massive bait. No doubt it'll attract the old enemy, the whiting, but we will see. I'll set my tripod up in a minute. There's my rod ready to go. Just clip it on and I'll cast it out, set the tripod up, and I'll have a chat. If it starts raining, then the filming will be sort of limited because it's my phone. I don't want to get this wet. But at the minute, it seems alright. Like an idiot, I ain't got any wet gear. I've just got a tiny little thin cagoule there. That won't do much, but who knows. Tronics Pro bait bag. Seen better days. But yeah, get that clipped up and sent out. See what happens. Right. Got my light facing up my rod because I've got a street light here, so there's a bit of lighting. It's not the best, but it's alright. It is starting to spit with rain, so it might be a short session of filming, which is frustrating. And I absolutely scent that. It is bottom water now, so there'll be half hour or so where it's pretty slack, and you can afford to absolutely belt it as far as you can get it. Once it starts flooding in, at this mark especially, where I am, which is the Marina, which is behind me, any more than 30 metres, 40 metres, and unless you've got a 12 ounce, 14 ounce weight on, which you'll not cast anyway, you're literally not going to hold, you're not going to hold bottom. It'll just drag straight over there, flooding in. Same flooding out. 25, 30, 40 metres maybe. If you get it right and you get onto that run between the slacker, so it's like maybe like a back eddy here, and into where it's running. If you get that little sweet spot, you're alright. As you notice, I ain't got my mics on yet, so hopefully the sound is alright. I don't think I'll bother because there's nobody here, you know what I mean, and it's quiet. So I probably won't bother with the mics. There's no wind at all. It's supposed to be a southerly, so that'd be blowing in my face. Nothing. That's holding where I've left, where I've stuck it. I'll put you on it for a little bit. There might be a bit of sort of light interference from that light that is underneath. So yeah, been out 5 minutes. No taps at all, so hopefully there's no crabs. We'll see. That remains to be seen. like I said in the intro, it's a very accessible mark. This parking is free after 6 p.m, but you get 3 hours free, I believe, quote unquote. Don't quote me on that one, but I believe there's 3 hours free. So if you come at sort of like 10 past 3, you're alright. Before that, you any more than that, you may run the risk of a ticket. I mean, I did it at 2 o'clock one time and didn't get a ticket, so it was after that I found out. I was told, oh yeah, you only get 3 hours free. It's free after 6. I was like, oh great. Sweet. But as I said, that gate on a really, really big tide, especially like a spring tide, when it's between 7 and 8 meters, or if they're expecting a tidal surge due to like storms out in the North Sea surging water in, or heavy rain and flood water from the tributaries like the River Hull, the Trent, the Ouse. If they're expecting any sort of surges, they will shut that gate. And if you are, like me, not great on your legs, well, I'm alright on my legs, but I'm not great at climbing. Not a minute. I've damaged a muscle in the leg. So, overstretching it, trying to climb over that, is not exactly ideal. I struggle with that wall at Stally. And that's only about 3-4 foot high. It hurts to climb over that, so yeah, it is a nice, accessible, easy fishing mark, but just bear in mind that gate. I mean, I've only ever known it shut once, and they did come and let us know first. Maybe that's protocol if there's anybody on here, because it is, well, it's a dead end, which I'll show you, the dead end over there. Over the other side is glass houses. That's the other side of the marina. Glass house, if you've heard of anyone talk about that. But yeah, it's a dead end there, and then that way is that memorial. But it is a very, very, very popular mark, especially during the daytime. People walking up and down, just like viewpoint, just see, shooting the breeze. I mean, you may have seen in previous videos last year when I was on here during the last winter season, I was filming and having conversations with numerous people walking past, you know, and that's the kind of guy I am, you know what I mean? I'll just engage with anyone, you know what I mean? Nothing happening on the rod. So if anything does happen, you know the drill, I'll bring you back. Peace. I'll take that off. Take that off. Get that beautiful badging shot. Red Army. Peace. Right then, back. Nothing to report yet. It's about 10 to 6 and the water has started to turn and not flood. There's the distance where my bait is. If it was flooding hard, I would be at the bridge with it. But there's been no interest in that bait yet. Hopefully next hour or so. I've no idea how this mark fishes at low water. I'm sure if it's a low water mark. The fact that I'm here on my own suggests it probably don't fish very well. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? And that's to try. So fingers crossed for a fish. That moved a little bit, not a lot. There was just a little glimmer then. It's a little bit of movement. It might have been the sort of lead moving a fraction. That definitely moved. Got myself a coffee. Hopefully that induces a bite. It's starting to drizzle as well, which is a bit frustrating. I forgot my big coat and waterproofs. I haven't actually got any proper fishing waterproofs, none of the VAS gear or whatever else you can get. So if it does start to tip down, I'm going to be drowned in rats, and I won't be filming. So my phone will be, well, it'll be in my box. I'll put it in my box so you don't get drenched. Come on. Well, that's one coffee down. No fish. Decent sized flask, so I've got about 6 or 7 more coffees. And nowhere to go for a leak, should I need one. Suppose I could whiz to the Marina at the Minerva pub, which is something you probably could do if there was a couple here. Whip to the Minerva, have a swift half and a pee. As I say, it's a very nice pub. Food's amazing. No. South Bank. Over that way, if you can see all the lights. Yeah, that's where I was the other day. Stallingborough, that pier. I think. Well, not the best start. Just lost my first set of gear. I had to pull for a brake. It snapped at the leader knot, so that's good. That's where I wanted it to go. Yeah, so start again. It's starting to rain now, so it might be a bit of a short session. Next one, I'm just going to take the other reel on the Tronics Pro reel. Stick that on, stick another rig on, cast it not as far, see what happens. So I will be back. Might be at the car. So yeah, it's starting to rain quite heavy actually, so I can't really film a lot. So yeah, could be a very short session. A little tour of the Marina. I'll show you some glass houses. See a little bit of rain out. glass houses. And that's the Marina, city centre. Over there is like Quayside, Minerva, the Deep. Over that way King George Dock and Paul. And over that way sort of Immingham. See what the rain is there when it's gone dark. Little panoramic. Can't see the bridge. I don't think you can see the bridge from here, but you can see the sort of, well, that's the rain on the night, see it back on the screen. So yeah. So if anything happens, I'll be back, but I'm most likely to see you in the car. Peace. Right then, you beautiful people. There's very little to report. Had that snap off. I had 3 more casts with the Electronics Pro reel that I put on. Had little taps, but nothing going on really. Maybe here is not a low water mark. But I'll still put the video up. It has also absolutely battered it down, as you can see. I'm in my rather flimsy cagoule. It sort of kept me a little bit dry. It absolutely hammered it. Hence I'm holding it, because I took it out of my tripod. I'm just going to stick this bait out. I will show. There's the rod. It's only about 30 metres out now. I'm just going to stick this bait out. Oh, I can't get used to that. There you go. Black lug and some guts from a red squid. See if that does out. Hopefully, if anything, it'll just tempt a whiting. Beat the blank. It's still raining, so I probably aren't going to stay much longer. It's 10 to 7 now. So what was low water 5:30? So we're coming up to an hour and a half after low water with nothing. I don't fancy sticking it out much longer because it's pretty dismal. I'll get home, get a warm bath. See, it's not cold, but now I'm piss wet through. It's not warm either. It's not cold. What am I on about? It's not cold. Take 2. It's not cold, but now I'm piss wet through. I aren't warm. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I might give it another 20 minutes or so. Reel this one in, put that bait on, see if that entices anything. If it gets a fish, I might stay. So I did say I might stay till about 8 o'clock at the latest, but that was before it rained and drenched me. So if anything happens, I'll show you it. If not, I'll see you back at the car. Peace. Well, we're not blanking. I have beaten the blank. I'll show you. It's only the usual culprit or suspect. I'll show you. Right, lets me do it. Yeah, a little whiting. So, oh, landing it, sorry. Rubbish at this eye. So, yeah, I'll get another bait out and get it banged out. I knew the black lug would attract one of them. Right, peace. See you in a bit. Right then, you beautiful people, back in the car. Piss wet through. It is 9:20, so way later than I said I was going to be. That little one whiting that I caught piqued my interest. I thought, you know what? Could there be another cod? could there be another? Could there be a cod in amongst that? No. The answer is no. I had two more whiting after that. I didn't bother bringing them to the camera because it was pissing down with rain, and you've seen millions of whiting, haven't you? So I didn't bother. I did lose what felt like a decent fish, and it wasn't what you'd say a typical whiting bite either. It was a sort of tap tap bang. You sort of hammered it, and there was a bit of weight there, but not for long. So bassy type bite, but I wouldn't have thought there was a bass there. It could have been a codling, but I didn't land it, so it don't count. It was but it wasn't a sort of a rattly sort of whiting bite. Bit more thunderous, thumping. But anyway, it's what it is. Nice night out. Well, I say nice night, a very wet, miserable night out, but I caught some fish, so that's good. I'd like to say a massive thank you to the subscribers because they've sneaked up again. I'm on 305, I think it is. Last video when I was at Stally Wall, I think it was 285. So there's another 20. Many thanks to you all for joining this journey. Really appreciate it. I'm going to try and bring you some haddock and some cod. I just can't get through the soup of whiting that's in the Humber at the minute. And sort of moving forward, I'm going to try and get a regular slot to upload into. Shane, the Oldness Codfather, my sort of mentor, I'll put his link there. He uploads Thursday at 7 PM. I think he's got one coming out tomorrow. Tonight's Wednesday the 12th of November. So he'll have one. I'm sure he's got one coming out tomorrow, the 13th of November, at 7 PM. And that's his, well, that's not his slot, but that's his regular where he uploads. I'm going to try and upload at 8 PM on a Thursday. So like an hour after his. And undoubtedly, if you're following me, you'll be following Shane, I would have thought. And if not, that's the link I put in earlier. So yeah, so I can try and get myself, instead of like normally I would have filmed tonight, got home, edited it and uploaded it tonight as well, and then that kind of affects the views and sort of algorithm, I think, because at midnight there's nobody going to be watching it. So by sort of like 12 hours later, I think YouTube probably think, yeah, nobody's interested in this, and sort of bin it down. They don't really promote it. So if I have a regular slot, hopefully, and moving forward, that means that Shane will be my like warm-up act for the main event. I'm only kidding, Shane. I'm only kidding. But yeah, yeah. Because the other problem as well with sort of filming and uploading the same day, almost, if you do catch a decent fish, which fortunately for the algorithm and for the marks and whatever, I don't, or very rarely. But if I was to say tonight I've caught a £7, £8 cod, which would have been nice, and then upload it tonight, obviously I'm going to upload it tomorrow, so it would have been the same. But if you catch a decent fish and then upload the video straight away, you can at the mark almost just bang, you'll end up with like 24 rods the very next tide. Whereas a week later, after the event, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to try and do, and it'll give me the opportunity as well to maybe get a couple of sessions in a week, when I get a chance, and have a video in the bank in case I can't get out. So, because I know most of the sort of certainly the bigger channels, like Darren, North East Angling, as an example, he has a few in the bank, I believe. So he'll film and then it'll go up. It's maybe 3 weeks later. You know, like, maybe correct me on that, Darren, but generally I think you're quite a way ahead anyway, and that's where I'd like to get to. yeah, that's my plan anyway. So Thursdays at 8 PM I will hopefully have a video per week. Hopefully with fish. Hopefully next time with a nice haddock or a cod. Well, if you get into them, you get into them. If you don't, it is what it is. I didn't blank, which was nice. Usual suspects. The whiting. But, yeah. I will get myself home. It's coming up for 9:30 now. Get home, get a coffee, have in the bath. Well, wash my gear down, get in the bath, get to bed. Work tomorrow. So, if you got this far, many thanks. And until the next time, tight lines, stay safe. Peace. Love you all. See you in a bit.